got what they want when I kick it. OE for the OGs, I got mad fines for these tickets. No love for the police, I got paid a bit, now I'm vicious. Low key, moving slowly, I got bad hoes in my missus. I work hard as fuck, I work CCC. Giving all of my hoes branding GDP. Get it website, giving CDs free. It's for all of my bros on EBT. Loyalty I be till my heart collapses. Ballin' so hard for the March Madness. Take a shot for Justin, take a shot for Grandpa. If I got the pussy, they should go private after we smoke. I solo, just a liability, I ride solo. Timberland boots, never been polo. I pull up in a coupe, then it's on a pogo. Jumping up and down from the sign of the hater wait. New bitch from the 808. You switch up the rate of pay, now I'm on top, and these women never stay away. What they want when I kick it. OE for the OGs, I got mad fines for these tickets. No love for the police, I got paid a bit, now I'm vicious. Low key, moving slowly, I got bad hoes in my missus. Need a new whip, need a few chips, take a few sips to that 2020. That's mad dogs, we mad dog. Whatever cats mentioned in my last song. Got ambition, fams listed. Ready for the turn up with the grams twisted. Need a Heineken, need a finer pen, need a write down shit. Every time I sin, been down and out. Got a hoe at home, never drink too much. Gotta hold my own, never hold Patron. Can't throw that back. In the house party, chillin' with the old side cap. Gotta flow that slap, gotta blow that trap. I'm too independent, I could never hold back raps. Not an OG, you don't smoke for free. And every time I hit the block, you gotta notice me. Cause I got what they want when I kick it. OE for the OGs, I got mad fines for these tickets. No love for the police, I got paid a bit, now I'm vicious. Low key, moving slowly, I got bad hoes in my missus.
There you go, man. You gotta expect it over here, Playboy. All right, Dezzy. So, where were you born and raised, homeboy?
Born and raised in Oceanside, California.
Okay, so talk to me about your upbringing, man. Talk to me. What molded you to become the guy you are now? I want to get into your music thing because obviously there had to be a lot of influences in your life.
Yeah. So, growing up, I grew up born and raised in Oceanside, California, and the area that I grew up in was had a very heavy like Samoan population.
Okay.
A lot of like Samoan culture. So I ran with some fellas that were from my neighborhood that were of
Samoan descent or what?
Yes, sir. But my city though, all around, it has all ethnic backgrounds. People from all over the world come there and nest there and make their families and I'm only I guess first generation being there, but there's communities in Oceanside that have heavy like Chicano roots in Oceanside.
Well, I mean, can you say the neighborhood that you hung around with or you were from out there?
I grew up particularly in an area they call Mid Valley Oceanside.
Okay.
The area I lived in had like a swap meet that I used to go to every weekend.
Right.
I loved the swap meets growing up, going in there and just smelling the food that they were cooking. They have the bandas. They be having like, you could just, it just was like a really like family, like friendly place,
Right.
The swap meet. People from like all over the county would come to our swap meet. But I had been in Oceanside before it was a swap meet. It used to be the drive-ins. We used to have a drive-in, but we were the only city really in all of the surrounding cities that had a drive-in.
You guys still got the drive-ins? Because most of our drive-ins,
no, they
too many fights.
Yeah, no, it's gone. It's gone. Even the swap meet had a lot of fights, but it's gone now. They're really like developing the city right now.
Gentrification is going down major,
right. And it looks from when I was growing up, it looks totally different.
Okay.
Totally different. Not just my area, but when you travel up more toward the coast where it's like downtown where the beach is at, it's a lot more tourists.
Yeah, because San Diego is a beautiful place, man, weather-wise and beach-wise.
Weather-wise, yes, amazing. Like down there, like it could get a little hot, but it also has that ocean breeze.
You right, Chris?
Chris.
Huh?
Your camera's a little blurry.
No, who, mine? Oh, go ahead. Well, put it on.
Come on, man.
Well, you got to put it on while you do it, Chris. Yeah, you got to put it on. Don't worry, I'm right here, Chris. You can do it. What's on? Oh, there you go, Chris. Look, there you go. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. There you go. Look at that. Look at this. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, so you have a lot. It seems like a lot of also. You got a swag of the brothers, little Chicano in there, a little bit of everything. Is that fair to say?
What do you mean by that?
By like your swag, your style, your whole like music. It seems like it's a melting pot of a bunch of cultures almost.
So pretty much my music, you know, like ever since I started making music, has always represented the city. But like I said, man, it takes to really go there and really take you to like certain areas where you're like, damn, like you would have never thought like there's like a Filipino population in there, Samoan population, a black, you know, just everybody is there, you know. So my music really like shows that. My videos, they show that. I just try to represent the best I can where I came from. So when you watch my videos, like you said, man, it's very heavy, like mixed, diverse cultures.
Yeah, I'm loving that. I'm digging that. Now, when would you say was the first time you when do you remember when you first fell in love with music?
Man, the first time I really fell in love with music was not after like the first song I made, but it was more so when I got into high school. I had been doing it since I was in middle school. Did my first song in middle school, showed it off to all my friends, but wasn't taking it serious until I really got into high school, like toward my, like, I guess like the year I would graduate. I really started taking it serious, and I started selling like hard copy, like mixtapes and doing like really like the street work type of hustle before it's this digital age.
So you kind of saw the transition from
Right.
You still were slanging CDs.
Yes.
And how was the CD game compared to now the digital game?
Man, it's like people don't even have a personality now. People don't know what it's like to really walk up to somebody and be like, yo, I'm such and such. This is my music. Even though you know they're not gonna fuck with you, it's like at least try, you know.
Right.
So I grew up with that whole mentality. So this whole digital shit is like almost like it's handed to a lot of people because there's so much eyes that you can reach now. Back then it was like you're only reaching word of mouth people in the streets.
Right.
So now it's a lot different. It's a lot different. And being able to see that and adapt, I think adapting is the most important, because like I would have been really irrelevant if I was still on the same hard copy, you know, physical,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
meet in person hustle. You know, this is a different game.
Yeah, you would have been just very well known in your city, but not
Right.
outside the city, right?
Right.
Now, how much rejection have you gotten since you started? And was there ever a point in time in your career that you kind of wanted to quit?
That's a really good question, because a lot of people don't ask that question. But yeah, there was never a time I wanted to quit, but there was countless times where I got rejected, countless times where I got discouraged, countless times where I was just like, damn, did that really just happen? Like that kind of tested my character, but did that just really happen? Because it's like that would have never slid when I was younger, you know? So a lot of shit slides now that like I never really would have let slide when I was younger, you know? Like there's a lot of disrespect in the industry. There's a lot of disrespect in the game that you really have to experience and figure out how you're going to deal with it, because some people will be taking, you know, rejection bad.
Oh, yes, for sure. Now, when you say disrespect in the game, like what kind of stuff, without actually calling stuff like people out or not, but what kind of stuff do you get?
You get a lot, man. You get a lot, especially if you're like me and you're an underdog and you're trying to come up. You get a lot of people that are just pushing your buttons. You get a lot of people that are like, even if, I'm going to just give you an instant or like a scenario. There's like a lot of artists, you know, up and coming that, you know, they choose to sell their features and stuff like that. Well, I was once upon a time that person that was buying a feature. And I remember meeting up with this artist, and he had me come up here to LA, and he had me just sitting around all day since like all the way early in the morning. I think it was like 7 in the morning, all the way until like midnight. I think it was past midnight in LA. At the time, it was like on my come up. I didn't know what I was doing in LA. I didn't have really like connections up here, and I just was sitting around, you know, and this artist just was like pushing my buttons, you know, and like that's really like disrespect to me, you know. He kept telling me, you know, I'm gonna be there in an hour. I'm gonna be there in an hour.
So he's supposed to be on your song or something, right? He's doing a feature
Right.
with you, or
Right.
You're paying him,
Right, but the thing is, like, people can be disrespectful in terms of like not being like
Of course,
business like,
yes.
not being to their word, not
Yes.
being truthful with you. You know, and that's what I call disrespect. So there's a lot of that, and some people will get hot about it. Some people wouldn't let that shit slide. But for me, it's like, how do you deal with that when it constantly happens and you just have to just keep pushing through it?
I think it's an unfortunate part of the game, because if Dezzy takes off on this fool when he sees him, the next person's gonna say, "I'm not signing this guy."
Or I'm not fucking with him. I don't want to be associated with him. He has dirt on his name, which I consider. You know, everything I do is very like to a T. You know, like everything I do is really walking on eggshells, because I've done a lot to get to this point, and you know, and a lot of times for people to get to this point, it only takes one fuck up for them to be gone.
Yes. I think a lot of people don't understand that it takes one bad move, and all of a sudden, all that work. It's almost like a boxer. This is how it is, especially with Mexican boxers, like Canelo. You could be on top, as soon as you lose, everybody's talking shit about you.
Everybody's on your side on the come up when you're winning, but as soon as you lose, everyone gives you that cold shoulder. You know, so that's what I'm really careful for. I don't want to make that first mistake yet. You know, I'm still like on the rise. So I'm very, very careful in what I do.
Now, how do you maintain your circle so close? I'm sure throughout your career, you've had a lot of people come in your life, so-called friends, and after that, they kind of drop off, no?
Yeah, you know, it's so funny you're asking me this, man. Before I was coming up here last night, I was just like really thinking about like, damn, like everybody I grew up with, all even like my homies, like to be honest with you, they don't support me, you know, like they don't really they're not really in my corner anymore. And I can say that, you know, because it's facts. And it's just crazy because like when you grow, like a lot of people aren't gonna grow with you.
Right.
A lot of people aren't gonna grow with you. But do I love those people? Yeah, I love them. But it's like I could love them from a distance.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can't get caught up in their BS and be stuck with them. That's a lot of times when people, especially when they grow, you outgrow them. And unfortunately, it seems like people will say, "Oh, you think you're all that? You think you're better?" It's not you're better. You want better for yourself and your family, homeboy.
Right.
And that's one thing they gotta understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as the features that you get, are you having to come up for every single one of these guys, pay them some money? Are there guys who sit there and say, "You know what, fool, I got you. Just, you know, hook me up with this"? How does that work? The game.
So the game is tricky, man, and you know what? You gotta play your hand. So for instance, in my hand personally, like I'm not gonna say no names, but I got a couple of artists on my project I just released, One Nation Under the Funk, that I had to pay to have them, you know, on my record.
Right.
And then I have a handful or I have like a couple of artists on my project where I didn't have to pay anything. They just did it off of, you know, the love and and just mainly because of the come up and what I've done after I hit them up to do like work. I still was putting my own stuff out. I still was working hard. I wasn't relying on them to respond. So I think that they seen that, you know, because you can't stop working. You can't rely on somebody to get back to you. But as far as like paying for features, bro, you really have to know that feature is gonna recoup.
Wow.
You know, if you're gonna pay for something, make sure that it's gonna recoup. Make sure that you're gonna do the whole promotion thing. You're gonna shoot the video. Make sure you have something where it ties in with the video. You know, because nowadays the image gets you popping more than your music.
Yeah,
and that's facts. That's facts. So many people right now are just living their career off of image. So you have to make sure if you're gonna pay to do a song with somebody, you have to make sure that they're down to do the video. You have to.
Yeah, because I saw some of your music. I actually saw probably all of it. I was bumping the whole thing the whole week, right? And I saw a lot of the features. So man, this guy got some features. But what I did notice was all the features had the guys in the rap videos, and I have seen some before when guys do features.
And they're not in there.
Yeah, and to me that's almost like how you were saying. It's a little sign of disrespect. That's like, here, I'm gonna throw you a bone. I'll sing it into my studio and I'm gonna shoot you the audio, but no video to it.
And that's another part of the game, man. That's another part of like figuring out. Like I didn't know that coming up. I didn't know that I would have to pay to have you on a song, and then later on you're gonna charge me again another fee to do the video. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that. Like I didn't know that.
Read the fine print.
But you know, I had to experience it. I had to go through the steps. I had to figure it out. But it just wasn't just me. You know, like luckily I have a team. You know, my team has helped me out. You know, be able to really not really get discouraged about like things like that, you know, because the business, it could get tricky, man, and then your mind will start spinning, and then you have all this personal shit, and then you have the business, and it's like it gets a little tricky, you know.
So how do you separate that part of the business from the street? Because I say things like this. It was, to me, when I was running the streets, it was easier being a gangster, because if somebody owed me money, I can go put a beat down on them or pull a strap out on them and this and that. But in a business sense, you do that, you're out of business. So how hard is it to kind of separate both of those?
You know what? When it comes to comes down to the real business of like the whole like comes down to like money. To me, to be honest, when it comes down to like something like that, like that's a very fragile topic, and there's like several ways you can go about it. Professional or not professional, but that's how like you choose, and like it's how much of a businessman that you want to be. And me, I choose to be a full businessman. So if something's not like, what I'm saying, I'm not gonna bug somebody. If I have to get something from somebody, I'm gonna wait for them to come to me. And if they don't come to me, at this point, it's just like I don't need them.
Yeah, you chalk it up as a loss, homeboy. And,
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're paying somebody to get out of your life.
Yeah.
Right?
You're paying the headache to go away.
Yeah, I've had people owe me money. It was, you know what, homie? I paid that fool to stay out of my life for the rest of his
Yeah,
life.
but I mean, another thing is that you get to sleep knowing that you did. End of the day, you did help somebody out.
So, who are the people that have been pushing you forward and helping you out the most in your career?
My team, Mad Strange. I linked with them, in the beginning of my career, of my come up. Before I started really releasing music videos on YouTube, because YouTube was really the first platform where I got to like really excel in, and it was mainly because the team, they helped me to like adapt to find an image, and do things digital. From the whole like physical copy CDs to like digital, it was like a foreign language to me.
I bet.
And the team, they really figured it out. They took the time to figure it out.
Now, how long have you had your YouTube channel for now?
It's 8 years. No, like 7 years, 8 years.
And were you pushing it hard back then, or did you just recently, like in the last 4 or 5 years?
No, man, I've always constantly released. Always. My YouTube actually went up to the where it's at right now. It reached there fast, but it started slowing down.
Right.
But it did reach there pretty fast.
Oh, so you hit one that went viral or something? And you got
well, I did have a couple songs that actually like.
You got a few with millions on there.
Yeah, I had a couple that hit off for me, and the one that did really good for me, that really like put a lot of confidence in me,
right.
Was EBT Boy, and that was a lyrical trap song, and that one's doing a lot of numbers right now.
So how did it feel when you were sitting there? Because I'm sure, and I'm a content creator, so very beginning, you're posting stuff. You're like, looking at the views.
Oh, right.
Did you wake up one day, you're like, oh shit, or your boy call you, say, hey man, look at these views, they're getting higher and higher.
The funny thing is, like, the EBT Boy song that I put out that started doing numbers, like, we didn't really know about like too much about like how to make it like a big thing. It kind of did it itself, but we did do our best with like like pushing it our best, with just us and the team.
Right.
And it spoke for itself, and it started like catching people from all over the world, really.
So right now, how's the hustle? How's the grind? Are you finding yourself like you right now? You just came back from a video shoot, right?
Yeah.
So how are you making time for this, or are you just like going all kind of places every week or so?
Whenever I come up to LA, and that goes back to like just being in the game and just like kind of getting like a more of like a routine schedule, like with my releases, with just keep treating the music as a business.
Right.
So when we come up here, usually to do an interview, we have such a long block because I have to leave early because I have to beat the traffic.
Right. Yes.
To get up here. So when I get up here, it's like, like what am I gonna do up here? So I like to keep busy, and me and the team, we scheduled a shoot Echo Park. So we had a shoot out there, and then had some cars come out. Shout out to First Class,
First Class, that's right.
And we just shot over here. Straight from the shoot.
That's
so I got to do two things at once.
Hey, so you were at that Urbicon. That's where we met, right?
Yeah.
What'd you think about that place, man?
Well, I mean, the convention center, of course, is a beautiful place, man. It's a beautiful place. But what do you mean by that?
I mean, the whole event. I thought it was dope to see a mixture of you had the cars, you had the bikes, you had the rappers, you had the singers, you had the vendors. It was like a great like a melting pot of different stuff that are just kind of Chicano culture in that place.
Right. I thought it was dope. I thought it was dope. For the event it was, I thought it was dope.
Yeah, everybody came together. That's why I saw you at the very end, and I thought it was very cool. Hey, so is there anybody that you haven't collabed with and that you really would like to do that, like as far as your career goes?
Yeah, there's so many artists.
Top three.
Top three. Man, my first top one has always been Bruno Mars.
Oh, Bruno Mars.
Yes,
that would work. That would work.
I'm very like like I'm very like I can do whatever, you know, like any type of style. And right now the style that I'm really tapped into is like kind of like pushing toward the lane of like Bruno Mars, man. And not only that, but he's one of the best entertainers that you have to
Yes.
put yourself next to in order to be great.
You got range, is what it is.
So Bruno Mars is one for sure.
Okay.
Besides Bruno, man, Kendrick, of course.
Oh my God, yeah.
You have to go against the best, man, and he's the top lyricist. You have the top entertainer, top lyricist. What else do we have, man?
One more.
One more. If I had to choose like a dead or alive,
Yeah, let's do a dead or alive one. Perfect.
a dead one,
Yeah, let's do a dead one.
one that has passed away. Of course, Nate Dogg.
Oh my God, yeah, that would have worked as well too.
Of course, Nate Dogg, man.
And let's get into that. How was your style when you first started rapping? Like when you first came out and when you were doing in high school, how would you say your style was then?
In high school, my style, and this is what's crazy, man. Like in high school, I was doing G-Funk in high school.
Okay.
And I kind of drifted away from it in high school or after I graduated high school, and I kind of went a little more into like boom bap lyrical, and that kind of transpired into the lyrical trap, which was my first EBT Boy, which was the first video that really took off for me. So I kind of was known for lyrical trap for a little bit. And then I had to kind of rebrand myself and bring it back to that funk, you know, because I was initially doing it way back in middle school. The first song that I ever did a song to was to this beat by the East Siders, G'd Up.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
I stay gangstered up because it just lives in me. That record, I did a song over that like when I was like 13. But going back to where I'm at now I've kind of like came back to the funk, and I think I'm gonna be in it for the long run, man. You know, I love doing it. It's in me, and it's like first nature. You know, when I go in the studio, I just gotta play the beat, and I already know what I'm gonna put on it.
And who kind of put you onto funk music?
Oh, my father. He was a big like funk fanatic, man. Funkadelic, you know. And then when they turned into Parliament, you know.
Were you guys at the barbecue and Pops got the music going, or you got home? Pops
No,
got the
my
music?
dad, he actually he had such a good taste in music, man, and he's from East LA. But when he came down to Oceanside where he met my mom, you know, they had I'm the third child. They had my sister, my brother, and then me. But my pops had always like, even my older brothers, like my little brother, he's always like made sure that we listen to his type of music.
All right.
And I'm thankful for that because like a lot of the music now is just like crazy, you know?
Yeah, it's not the same, man. It really is. I think most of the music nowadays is just kind of corporate, and it's kind of just get it in a box and sell it. It's not as I guess as soul or the feeling of the funk from back in the days.
Yeah, and I think that an important thing also is that like doing funk, you definitely have to have like a melody, like not just like depending on what type of funk you're doing. Like funk always has a good melody, you know. Like it needs to have a good like something to write to, you know. It can't be hard. It has to be like smooth.
You're having a good
you know?
time.
Right?
It's good time music.
The funk is feel good music.
Yes, you know what? And that's the vibe I get off of pretty much every single one of your videos. People are smiling. People are coming to the barbecue. People are, you're having a good time with the funk. And sometimes rap music is now so angry. Like a lot of times my wife or my sister, I'll be like, what are you bumping that angry music for, right? And that's how rap. But yeah, yours is actually a feel-good music, right?
I think right now I'm just a part of, like in life general, like it's easy to make some feel good music because I'm in that
You're feeling
I'm
good.
in that mind state
That's
of just
right.
feeling good for real.
And are your parents both still alive?
Yeah, my parents are both still
And
alive.
how are they taking you with your music career? Do they enjoy it? Do they
Man, my mom, she supports me 100. But we don't kick it as much as we used to, but I bring her to the shows as much as I can. And then my pops, I don't think he's ever heard a song from me.
He's never heard one of your songs.
Mm.
Well, why is that?
He's just doing his own thing,
Yeah, well, you can tell. Come on, Pops, hit YouTube real quick, man. Watch me flow real quick.
Right, but
It's that relationship right now.
Yeah, but we cool, we chilling and shit.
That's right, man. So let me see. What's your take? And I don't think I've heard on your songs about, especially let's say Chicano rappers that rap and a lot of the lyrics are all about the N-word.
What you mean?
I mean, they be saying and this and that, like Like, how do you feel about certain Chicanos using the N-word and saying rap music?
You know, that's them. You know, like I stay in my lane.
Yeah, but you gotta have an opinion on it.
Nah, not really.
You're taking the smooth way out, huh?
Nah, man. You know, to tell you the truth though, bro, I don't have an opinion for real. Like, you know, I got some homies that say it too.
Yeah,
you know,
I get it.
and for me, I don't say it personally, but it's just like, you know, that's how, you know, what they're used to. That's what they're used to. You know,
That's right.
Like, I'm used to what I'm used to. You know,
Yes,
and that's
sir.
that old school, you know, like respect.
That's right, homie. Hey, talk to me about what's his name, man? Who did you just do was it Sugar Free? Did you do a?
Yeah, I did a song with Sugar Free. I'm actually working on the video, bro.
Oh, is that
And,
right?
Man, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm such a big Sugar Free fan.
Oh man, yes sir.
I grew up listening to Sugar Free. I've studied his like the way that he writes songs. There's nobody, and he doesn't get enough credit. There's nobody that can out rap Sugar Free when it comes to pimping, like pimp
Pimping,
rap.
baby.
Like it's a certain style. It's like pimp rap. It's like he's talking on the beat, but it's still in the cadence of the song.
Yes, major.
Like, man, like only a few people can do that. Like he's just like, man, he's almost like a genius, but he doesn't know it.
He'll get it, then he'll switch it, and he'll be at this
On
flow.
beat, he'll fall off beat, he'll come back on beat. I'm just like, damn, that shit is amazing, bro. Because that's a talent, man. That is a talent. He knows, like he knows the BPM, and he can like slide on the BPM however he wants, bro.
Right.
And that's a talent.
Yeah, I don't think I mean, as far as out here in the West Coast, I think we give him props, but I don't think he ever got the real huge national recognition that he deserves.
And you know what? Partly that is because like people that are from like, I don't know, like smaller cities, it's just I don't think they get enough shine, bro. Like me, I'm from Oceanside, and it's like either way, I feel like there's a way to get there, but still it's like there's already like people that are like doing what you're doing, you know, and like at a bigger where more places that have more resources, places that had people that already came from there.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's even so much the resources. I think it's more they have the, like you said, the city. Like if some rapper comes out of Compton, I automatically think, oh, NWA.
But you got to think about it though, like I'm from Oceanside, you know, like I politic with a couple of these artists out here in LA, and you know what I'm saying, they're gonna support their people,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to section it out, but it's like there's not much people, like, you know, if you think about it, that are gonna be from LA. They're gonna be like, oh shit, I'm gonna take this Oceanside fool and I'm gonna help blow him up because he's from where I'm from, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like that's never gonna happen, you know, because we're from different areas. You know, like usually people want to help out people that came from where they came from.
Sometimes people just want to get up there and don't care who they help out, and I see some people who just want a bag, who just want to sit here now.
I got to shout out those type of artists, bro, because I got to have a handful of those artists on my project, bro, and it's crazy when you come across people like that because they genuinely are just doing it for the love. And you don't get a lot of people that are down to just do things from the love, bro. They're always like, all right, there's going to be a fee. It's going to be, you know, you got to cover this, you got to cover that, you know.
Right, of course.
So you got to appreciate those people that really throw you a bone.
And can you name any of those people that really helped you
Off the bat, man, Little Rob.
Okay, what's up with Little Rob, man?
He's my dog, man.
That's
He's my
what's
dog.
up.
And it's crazy because, like, meeting him, like, he totally was somebody that, like, supported me from the get-go, and he didn't even know me, bro. He doesn't know me, like, you know, and like he supports me, which is crazy. And you don't find people that are willing to like be in your corner like that. You don't, you know, like usually it's like they end up wanting to have a deal from you. They want to split from whatever song you guys make. They want this amount of money. They want something out of it, you know. They want to manage you. There's always a catch.
Yes.
But Little Rob, he just came. He hit me up. He's like, yo, I want to come talk to you, you know, or meet you, because he was in my neck of the area, and he came to my studio and we sat down and we made a song together, you know. And I wasn't even expecting that. Like, it just was crazy. Like, I've been to artists' house. I've been to pretty big artists' like personal spaces, and I haven't made songs with them, you know. Like, so for Little Rob to come over and want to like work with me was crazy, man. Like, he definitely did it from the love. He didn't ask for nothing, you know. Of course I took care of him, but still it was like he never once asked me for anything, you know.
That's dope, man. But he is a San Diego native, right?
Right.
So that's probably why he's showing you that love as well. How you were saying people kind of do the city thing sometimes, right?
Right.
Yeah, but he didn't have to at all. That's what's up, man. That's
Right.
dope. So, can you tell us your DNA results yet or no?
Still penny, man. Still penny.
We're gonna take a break real quick. I'm gonna see if I get this guy to talk about his DNA test, because I heard about that and I wanna know the results. So Chris, let's take us a commercial break. You're gonna listen to a couple of his songs and see what the guy got. Let's do this, Chris.
So I think you give a lot of young realtors up and comers, and even people that are a little more experienced and more been in real estate for years, you give them hope that it doesn't matter where you came from. You could still be a badass top realtor in one of the best companies.
100%.
And also you also give hope to all our Latino community and everybody else, whites, blacks, everybody, that hey, here's Alexis, he could help you. He takes care. I know you pride yourself that you commit to closing their deal in less than 30 days. You find them their home in less than 30 days. You move fast. So if you guys are looking for an agent that is going to help you sell your house fast, it's going to find your dream home fast, you got him right here with Alexis Ubeda.
In that funk when I'm ride, there be no punk when I slide. If you wanna test them and try, I was on some bitch you ride. Hanging that funk when I'm ride, there be no punk when I slide. If you wanna test them and try, I was on some hit you ride. Play my part to stimulate. When I don't sleep, it's nice and bad advice to get through a chip. I'm putting my life into my hustle, trying to come up real quick. Gotta be ready for the outcome when that energy shifts. Gotta be praying on my downfall, but I'm not as convinced. Now follow me. Try to be blowing up my phone late at night. And never been satisfied with pussy if my bag isn't right. I'm hearing a lot of this and that, but what you doing on sight? Cut up with homies on the 4-yard and the 3-cent kite. Now follow me. Put in the O on center stage with the funk. See, there was a time when players used to sell the work at the trunk. I'm telling my bitch that this the shit that all the players gon' bump. Hitting the switch on Mission Ave and getting the city to jump. It's like da 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 da. It's the one and only cruising through the street.
Hey, y'all know what it is.
Da 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 da. It's the ism that I live on these streets.
Straight up. Oceanside shit. Oceanside represent. Dezzy Hollow in this bitch. Hey, matter of fact, why don't you go and blaze some up?
Hanging that funk when I'm ride. There be no punk when I'm slide. If you wanna test them and try, I was on some bitch you ride. Hanging that funk when I'm ride. There be no punk when I'm slide. If you wanna test them and try, I was on some bitch you ride. Play my part to stimulate. Waking up early in the morning, baby, top of the top. I'm rolling by my pick up a 40 on my way to the shop. They gotta be watching my whole lifestyle like they wanted to swap. I'm putting my time in every project, players wanted to drop. I'm running on overtime, the coldest sound, the chairman, the funk. They wanna see Dezzy down and out, but shit, I can't be no punk. Conversing with OG about the game and how to play it precise. See, there ain't no blueprint to the shit, it's just a roll of the dice. It's like da 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 da. It's the one and only cruising through the streets.
Now you know.
Da 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 da. It's the ism that I live on these streets.
Dezzy, hey, nigga. First was, can you handle the funk? Now you realize if you can survive, you win. Hey, raise that fire up, though.
Hanging that funk when I'm ride. There be no punk when I'm slide. If you wanna test them and try, I was on some bitch you ride. Hanging that funk when I'm ride. There be no punk when I'm slide. If you wanna test them and try, I was on some hit you ride. Play my part to stimulate.
760.
Hey, it's Kevin Slow Jim and James on One Nation Under the Funk Radio. We're live in Oceanside off Mission Avenue and PCH. Right now is the hour we're giving game away for free. A special dedication, keeping it funky for the players. Y'all that bounce.
Always playing the good music right here on One Nation Under the Funk Radio. We're hanging here at the home of lowriders and sunsets, enjoying a beautiful California day. In fact, we have Dezzy in the X-Men studio with us, and we're taking callers. Hey, caller, you're on live with Dezzy.
Hey, what's up, what's up? I'm right here with my girls. We trying to shake something tonight. Shit,
West Coast, nigga.
6 views, 6 trays, 6 fold.
6 fold, baby.
West Coast, 5 low, ride slow. Bang out, same style, full steel.
Big dog in the house tonight.
100 high, low, high.
Let's get it jumping when I roll through. It's California, what you know, fool. The home of Lolo's on that old school. Got a little shorty, get it low too. So what we doing tonight?
Let's sip that gin, turn up on 10, pour drink in my cup, tryna get right. Let's bang that funk, let's voice some more. Probably take some home in my game tight. Invite your friends, let's drop that pain. I'ma step 3 times for the west side. Throw it up real high, true plans don't lie. Put it down for life, baby, let's
The home
ride.
of Lolo's when you Venice, gotta put it on 3s. And if you rollin' in the rack, then let it down for the breeze. A sunny day to cruise the strip and spit some game to a tease. And when I'm rollin' in the city, I show up on your feet. Bring the shorties to the function and the drink to the back. Everybody got that homie that don't know how to act. Sun is beaming on the paint, you gotta put on some shades. She like the chorus underneath, but she wanted it engraved. I told her, now baby girl, your first time, ride it low. Hit the switch and shit on mine where we go. Girl, we better slide to the stove. Grab a bottle, then we live in the O. Gotta bring some safety when you party still. Think about the coasters, party hard until shit start getting tricky, then it's getting real. California love, you know how I feel.
6 views, 6 trays, 6 fold.
6 fold, baby.
West Coast, 5 lows, ride slow. Bang out, same style, funk steel.
Big dog in the house tonight.
100 high, low, high.
Let's get it jumping when I roll through. It's California, what you know, fool. The home of Lolo's on that old school. Got a little shorty, get it low too. So what we doing tonight?
Let's sip that gin, turn up on 10, pour drink in my cup, tryna get right. Let's bang that funk, let's voice some more. Probably take some home in my game tight. Invite your friends, let's drop that pain. I'ma step 2 times for the west side. Throw it up real high, true plans don't lie. Put it down for life, baby, let's ride.
Play that house for everybody, get their walk on. Put that Nate, put that Drake, put that Pac on. Couple ladies, they just wanna get their drop on. I want shorty like the way I put the we got G-bodies, cutlass, caddies, caprice, little function, all the members. Got the khakis with a crease. Shine the rims, hit the switch, fade the pulse in the back. Shorty said she wanna bounce, all it takes is a tap. If she sitting in the back, she fix the face in the black. She telling all the friends to pull up, drop a pin on the map. Slide.
6 views, 6 trays, 6 fold.
6 fold, baby.
West Coast, 5 lows, ride slow. Bang out, same style, funk steel.
Big dog in the house tonight.
100 high, low, high.
Let's get it jumping when I roll through. It's California, what you know, fool. The home of Lolo's on that old school. Got a little shorty, get it low too. So what we doing tonight?
Let's sip that gin, turn up on 10, pour drink in my cup, tryna get right. Let's bang that funk, let's voice some more. Probably take some home in my game tight. Invite your friends, let's drop that pain. I'ma step 3 times for the west side. Throw it up real high, true plans don't lie. Put it down for life, baby, let's ride.
Said I woke up with a dream that told me shit don't stop. And all my hustlers in the building gonna get that guap. Little baddies with the fatties gonna let that drop. Homies hit the liquor store but they don't know what the cops. So get in case of Casamigos so little baby go free. Told me damn Desi, did you know I waited all week? Graduated with the come up and your style is unique. Got amazing, hold on baby, how do I want you to speak? Just hit your dance with a player gonna touch them thighs. Don't be getting too close cause the thing will arrive. DJ play some old school with a pleasant surprise. It was a funk, it was a boogie, it was electric slide.
And I hear my dad. I hear the shorties up there shaking their back. But you stepping to the police now. So don't be tripping when you miss each other.
Come on, let's get fly, let's get down, let's roll up. Come on, west side of town.
And we are back. You want some water? You good?
That's all right. Thank you.
You good? You're good. All right. You know what I didn't ask you was Desi Hollow. Where does the name come from?
Desi, growing up, you know, my a couple of my fellow homies were calling me Desi, and then Hollow. Believe it or not, I was really into like battle rap.
Really?
Yeah, when I was younger, I was into battle rap, and there was a rapper called Hollow the Don, and I always wanted to rap like him. You know, he had a lot of confidence. Battle rap was about a lot of confidence. So, to be honest with you, I was kind of like doing something similar to that in high school. I was like rap battling, I guess you
Right.
would call it, whatever.
Now, how
No,
do you-
at school.
Now, when you're ready for battle rap, you kind of already know who your opponent is, or are you guys like in a group or something?
No,
how
at
does that
school,
work?
at school we would just like freestyle after school, and it was just a group of people. But you know, to be honest with you, when I was in school, there was nobody doing it. Like there was nobody doing it, bro. And like I was like the one that was doing it,
Right.
and I carried it on to where I'm at now. But I don't know if the people in high school really believed I was gonna take it this far.
Now, when you battle rap, are you crumbing on the person, or what are you doing?
You're just talking shit.
like, let's go, let's battle rap, man.
Well, I
What
can't
you
do
got
that
on
stuff
me,
no
homie?
more. But back then, no, it was something fun to do. But another thing we would do in battle rap, it was funny because we would write a lot of our punchlines.
Okay.
You know, we would always have something prepared. But for the most part, man, after school, I would always like try to like freestyle and stuff like that. So that's where my name came from, Desi, and then Hollow from Hollow the Dawn.
All right.
But
all
I
right.
was stuck with it since the very first song I ever made. You know.
Yeah, because I was a Desi. First, I thought it was Dizzy, right? But I said no, it's with the E. But Desi reminds me also of who was the actor from I Love Lucy? Desi Arnaz.
Desi Arnaz.
Desi
Yeah, there was
Arnaz.
some old cat. I remember there's an old ass cat in my city, and he used to call me, "Yo, Desi Arnaz," and I'm just like, "That's crazy." Like who, you know, like that's an old school term right there.
Well, that's how I kind of actually had to remember because the whole week I was like, no, it's not fucking Dizzy, Gil. It's Desi. Desi. Don't go in here and say, here's Dizzy Hollow. Like, no.
I would
it's
come up in
Desi.
here dizzy as hell, like, oh shit, you got me dizzy.
So let me get on these two super chats over here real quick. Got one, Ray, $4.99. I appreciate it, Ray. He said, watching and bumping his music out here in Minnesota, carnal.
That's right, Minnesota. Shout out to Minnesota.
Right? How we had another one, Stilo Tres. He wanted to bring 6'4" Girl remix back. Don't ever listen to that song. You go crazy.
What's
homeboy.
that?
Oh, no, don't. You don't want to know, homeboy. You don't. I'll send you the link, carnal. I'll send you the link. It's one of the greatest unknown. It's so bad, it's good. That's all I'll tell you about the song. 6'4" Girl. I'll give him his props. 6'4" Impala Girl. 6'4" Impala Girl, people. It's so bad, it's good. Right? I'm giving the guy a shout out. Trust me, Jesus. All right, so Chris, let's open up the phone lines real quick. Hey, so it's been 3 years, man. When are you gonna give us a DNA test, homeboy?
Oh man, you know what? The best thing I could do is just tell you, man, it's Oceanside. That's in my blood, man. It's in my blood.
No, there's gotta be. I heard. I do my homework. I go out there. I open the closet doors, and I saw him on a podcast 3 years ago, and he said,
Right.
"Oh, I just got my DNA test, but I'll be putting it out soon." So it's been 3 years, man. So what are you, man? Are you a mutt? Are you a?
To be honest with you, bro, and I think I told somebody this. To be comfortable with like trying to like explain it is kind of weird because my pops, like I said, like my pops, he grew up out here
Right.
in East LA, but he was always like he was a foster child,
Okay.
so he didn't really know too much about his roots. You know, I never was like on my dad's side, I never was like around his people or his family, let alone,
Right.
you know. So I wasn't really cultured from my pops. You know, my pops, man, all he ever talked about, especially when he drank, was East LA, East LA, East LA. That's all I ever heard out of my pop's mouth, man. East LA is so bad.
He's the
You
East
know,
Coast guy.
back in East LA, we used to do this.
Of
we used to do-
course.
So my pops, you know what he really gave me was like to be the best, man. Like especially he would tell me East LA, we would do this, we do that, you know. But you have to be the best at it, you know. So he's always distilled that in my head, like you have to be the best in whatever you do, you know.
That's right.
But shout out to my pops, man. But I you know, I can't really supply you with that, my man. I'm so sorry.
We'll do it for members only. Don't worry. I got a members only part of the channel. West Coast Graffiti, much love from Long Beach all the way to Oceanside. Let's get it. Cali Mac showing you the love, homeboy.
Long Beach.
No, people are loving the music. That's just it. Same with me. As soon as I heard it, I was like, wait a minute. Because you're not one of those artists, because there's a lot of artists like that you'll find one song, maybe two. You're kind of those artists from almost a throwback artist that you got an album. They're just about all bangers, dude. And how do you do that? How do you get your creative juices going for that? Do you sit down and write this
You
stuff?
know what? They're not all bangers. They're just all on the same topic. They're all in this. They're all unison. They're all flowing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not all bangers. You know, there's songs on there that are like a little slower in tempo, but they're still on the same topic. You know, and I
Right.
think that's what makes an album or a body of work. Nowadays, people are just rushing out to put music out, and it doesn't even make sense. You know, you listen to the project, it's like 1 minute this fool's crying, and the next minute this fool's screaming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I put a body of work out, I always take the most time I can. You know, even though at the end I end up rushing it. But my bodies of work have been all based off of funk though. So I've been heavy in the funk lane, and it just comes, like I said, you know, firsthand to me. So, yeah, well, funk.
Would you say you're your own worst critic?
Yeah, of course. I think you have to be. And every time I put a body of work together, I make sure I record over 50 songs. Over 50 songs.
Put the green one on the. Let's see what we got. Caller. Who's this? Hello. Oh, that guy maybe had too many margaritas. Yeah, he got too many margaritas. He that was the Arizona caller. Membership. Welcome to Boss Membership, Mr. Mario Alvarez. So, when you're getting ready to make a song, how long does it take you from start to finish? Like, let's say, what are you doing? Are you sitting there just watching TV? Are you driving the car? What's the inspiration that gets you going like that?
For me, like, I've always been like not too outspoken as a person, but I've always like talked about a lot of things that I'm feeling in my music. So it's always been like a real, like, kind of like a release for me. So it's not like I have to like have something going on to write a song. I could be writing a song while I'm driving. I could be writing a song while we're sitting here. You know, I could be thinking about ideas, and as long as you. Who's that?
This guy is West Coast Graffiti. What's going on, player? Let him in.
Hey, what's up? Saludos, Desi Halo. Saludos,
hey, respect.
American Cholo. Thank you for bringing him on.
For sure.
You know, your music is, it reminds me of the 90s, bro. So,
Thank you.
I kind of bump a lot of the 90s more than, you know, music that they put out nowadays.
Yep.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the music nowadays. I gravitate more to the old school, you know?
Me too. We have something in common, bro.
Yeah, so my question is, a lot of rappers don't have a lot of rock and roll in their music. Kind of like, you know how that one song from Cypress Hill, Wanna Be a Rock Star?
Yeah.
You know how they have that guitar stuff? Would you ever implement that in your music?
Great question.
Of course. And Cypress Hill, man, they just had that real heavy Latin sound, you know? And the guitars, the trumpet, you know, that shit.
Yeah.
And that shit turns you up. Like, it's always the live music, the instruments that really like give the song that hit, you know?
Yeah.
But no, I definitely I would try something like that. But for me, it would be more so like sitting down with a producer and making it sound more of that sound, but adapted to me, you know? Because I can't totally like, you know, try to replicate something else.
Right. Oh, man, that's a great question, West Coast. What you working on today, West Coast?
Yeah, no, nothing, man. Just right here chilling. You know, we were gonna go to a party, but I'm right here watching your podcast, bro. And the party can wait.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate you, Playboy. Gracias.
All right, man. Take care, man.
Yeah, that was an absolute great question. That's another podcaster buddy of ours, West Coast Graffiti. Shout out to West Coast Graffiti. Yeah, that would be pretty dope, man. Do some rock and roll stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
I've been wanting to try new avenues, you know. I like to test myself or challenge myself, as you would say.
That's right. This guy said, I'm from Highland Park, grew up in Fontana, and I live in St. Paul, Minnesota. That's a Minnesota fan you got over there now.
Oh, much love to Minnesota, man. I've never been out there.
Well, there you go. You might have to go out there one of these days, man. Get it going, right?
I want to see new places for sure.
So you're like meeting you in person, you seem like a very humble guy. You seem like very like kind of not quiet, but you know, not too outspoken energy. But when you go on stage, you turn into a different person.
Right.
You get that energy. How do you do it? Like a Jekyll and Hyde thing, or is it as soon as you get the mic, do you trying to check out and just become Desi Hollow, or how's that work?
You know, some people are lucky to be, you know, outgoing. Me, I've always been caught in the middle. I've always been a little bit wanting to be outgoing, but at the same time, I'm reserved. So it's kind of like fighting that whole urge of just trying to be reserved. I think that is just a challenge in itself, you know, and I like to challenge myself. And, you know, when I first started off, I was very scared to get on stage. I was very nervous. And you can tell in people's body language that they're nervous or they're scared or, you know, they're not used to it.
Right.
So it was a lot of like challenging myself to be able to be comfortable on stage and have the confidence. And, you know, it's a challenge. It's really challenging myself because, you know, I am pretty like to myself.
Right, hold on. We got a private one calling in. Let's see what this is.
Call from.
I thought I was gonna say prison. I'm like, oh, shit.
Danny, what's good?
Press 5.
And like 3 months ago, and I really like his style and the music that he's making.
Right on.
Thank
And
you.
I wanted to ask him if he would ever do like what's trendy right now, like corridos tumbados. And second question would be if he would ever collab with Bay Area rappers.
Great question. All right, there you go.
He said corrido.
Corrido tumbados. Would you ever collab with that?
That would be crazy. You know, that would be so dope. But I would need help writing it. I mean, we're translating from because my Spanish is bad. So.
Yeah, no, but I think that with the corrido tumbado thing, you can still do it in English.
Yeah.
You just would have to do it to their beat.
Yeah, but that still takes away the element of you know what I'm saying?
Not really, because the whole thing of corrido tumbado, it's kind of a mixture of both worlds. It's a mixture of like the Mexican, let's say, gangster music mixed in with the LA kind of trap music is what it is. So I don't know. I think it would work. You know who I think may work real good with this gentleman? Scrizzy Santana, homeboy. I don't know if you heard it, homie. I'm kind of pissed off at you, Scrizzy, but I'm gonna give you a shout out right now. I'll let you. I'm gonna send you the link, homeboy. I think you guys work great together. Let me see what's this. It's probably Scrizzy saying "fuck you, Gil." Hello, who's this? What's up, Art?
Hey, I wanted to tell Desi, has he ever heard of a rapper called Ramirez?
Oh yeah, of course. Shout out to Ramirez, man. I think that would be a cool like like collaboration right there for sure.
Yeah, because the last album he put out that I liked was the Player's Manual, and it kind of reminded me of your style of music.
Yeah, I in on my YouTube, I got a couple comments of people that were Ramirez fans that were saying that would be dope to see us work together. But no, I definitely could see that happening for sure, man. He's dope.
Yeah, I'd love to see that happen, man.
He also has
just respect, man, and I love your music,
That's right.
Oh, thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you calling in.
That's right, man. Thank you, brother. I
All right,
appreciate it.
sure. Later.
How's that feel, man? How's that feel to get people calling in and telling you, man, they love your music?
It feels amazing, man. It feels amazing. It feels great, and then it kind of is like a little bit of a like it really is
It
a
feeds the
payoff.
motivation, right?
It's like a payoff of like like not giving up.
Now, how do you handle? Because that's the good part of social media and doing what you do right now. How do you handle when people sit there and your shit sucks, your shit's garbage?
No, that's
Have you
funny,
ever
man.
caught yourself in the maybe not now, but before going down that rabbit hole of those bad comments?
I don't just myself alone. I don't really get too bothered about it or get too worked up. I've seen it all. There's nothing really somebody could tell me because nobody really like it's online. It's not in person.
That's
like,
right.
come on, man.
That's right. All right, let's see who's calling. Mr. Miguel, let him through. What's going on, Miguel?
So, Gil?
Talk to us.
Hey, man, I just had just one question, man. I was wondering if the gentleman with you today, if he's ever willing to rap, not just in the Bay Area, but like in Salinas, San Jose, Stockton.
Pretty much just saying, would he rap in the whole northern circle realm? I guess is the word.
Behind enemy line.
Would I come up to NorCal?
Yeah, like respectfully, because you already got your Dino that came in, on your platform and other people's platforms, but you know they're gonna be talking about that because there's a lot of people that say, hey, they never touch a tierra, you feel me?
Yeah,
so like for you, like you see all these other artists that with our mainstream, they go to the East Coast and that's cool. I give them credit and that's, hey man, they're spreading the Chicano culture, but Cali, West Coast,
that's
touching
right.
ground in Cali.
Right.
That's all I had to say.
All right, brother. Thank you. I appreciate the phone call. So, I mean, pretty much the question is, then it's a fair question to ask. Would you be willing to go up north and actually, funk with the homies up there as far as music? Because I had Sir Dino, who was formerly Sir Dino. He's an old school rapper from up north. He's a pastor now. I just got a hold of Gold Toes. He's a very well known like artist and rapper. He's out of Houston, but he's from the Bay Area, right? And I got no problem working with these gentlemen because to me they're just brothers from a different part of town. Like we were talking earlier off air. I got different hoods over here that they've killed my homies, and I don't look at those guys any different anymore. Right. Do you think there's ever gonna be a time that we're gonna actually be able to, or people like you, gonna go up there and rap, or is it still too much of the political thing?
I don't really, for myself, personally, I don't really have like of course I would be cautious, going up there. I would love to go up there, but I don't really have like any like ties to my name, or any like neighborhood ties to my name. So it's like going up there, of course I would like to go up there, but it's not going to be like on any bad intentions, but besides to do a show. That's what's up. Besides to, do what I need to do, get out.
That's what's up. So the answer is pretty much, yeah, you'd be willing to go up there and
of course
do some music.
Of course.
Collaborate with some of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
We were bumping them yesterday when I got home, especially because of Gold. So I said, let me check out. Dude, those guys up there, they're bang. They got bangers out there, man. They got some good music coming out of the Bay Area and up north, right?
They got some great artists up there. They got some really good artists. They got like everyone right now is just popping off, bro. Even like further down toward like San Diego is popping off. Like there's just so many artists right now that are just doing the thing.
But what do you think? Like for yourself, let me ask you, what do you think separates you from the rest? Because when you have so many artists like that, you got to stand out. What makes you stand out from everybody else? Do you think in your brand?
Nobody's doing the funk I'm doing. Nobody. There's people out here that are doing G-funk. That's not funk, like that's just rap on top of like a funky beat.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do, I do funk. Like I really do it. But I think that the melodies are what separates me from like a lot of artists don't really like put melodies on their songs.
That's right. Hey, caller, where are you calling from?
Over here from Carson.
Robert from Carson. What you got to tell the homie right here? Talk to us.
No. I heard some of his music and it's good stuff, but I was just going through the YouTube right now, checking more of his stuff, and I seen that he got a collab with Aleman, and that's huge, bro. That's like the biggest rapper out of Mexico.
Hey, believe it or not, bro, I'm gonna tell you a crazy story about that man.
Perfect.
I met him a couple years back, and his first time ever coming to America, to North America, was with myself at this festival I did. Rest in peace. I think it was the last festival that Mac Miller did. Okay. And I brought him with me as a special guest, and man, he had the time of his life out here, and now he's out here all the time. But since that point, he's blown up. Right. He's really made a name for himself, bro.
That's right.
But okay, so that's how you met him at the festival, or
no. So I met him like years back, before he was really like
popping like that.
Popping, yeah. And me and him are still tight. Me and him are still cool. But we have our own lanes. We have our own things going on. So sure. It's been a minute, but I still be collabing with him here and there.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, there you
go. Yeah, I'm gonna check that part right now, man. You guys have a good one, bro.
Yeah, you too, bro. Thank you for the phone call. So you are meeting all kind of people and doing your thing, huh?
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
But are you guys gonna eventually collab again on a certain thing, or he's just kind of doing a lot of big things right now? The rapper he's speaking about.
We'll do something, once I get a little bit more up there. He kind of like took off. He's a Mexican artist from Cabo San Lucas.
All right.
But he's like the biggest trap Mexican artist right now. His name's Aleman. But like, that's the crazy thing, man. Like I met him a long time ago, and like I'm still working on myself, but he's already established. So it's like, how do I reach out to people that are already like at that status, and I'm trying to get there, but I never asked for no handouts, So I think the next time I talk to him, I'm gonna have to wait until I have established myself.
Well, Roger, let's see. Roger, what's good?
Johnny Gill.
What's going on? What was that? Johnny Gill, or what did he say? I don't know. I guess that guy was a troll. I guess. I don't know. Didn't work out too well. No, we got a 619 call coming in. Ese Turi de San Diego. What's good?
Hey, what's up, carnal?
Talk to us.
Hey, I just want to give you a props for your show, homie. Hey, for good information, carnal.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
And hey, the homie right there, from San Diego, he gets down, with the G-Funk, homeboy. He's the only one doing that G-Funk.
That's right.
Thank you. I appreciate
Hey, right
that,
here,
man.
homie, just want to give props to the homie with the G-Funk style.
That's right.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
the
bro.
phone call
Appreciate
player.
you.
Let's see what this is. Let's see what's coming in now. Is this the same crazy guy? Oh, no. We get all kind of calls. Ray, what's going on? Ray from Minnesota.
What up, Gil?
Talk to us.
Just want to say, keep up with what you're doing. Doing a good show here, man.
Thank you.
Dizzy Hollow, man, keep doing your thing, man. Just see you.
Thank you, man.
Eventually, you'll get up there.
Thank you. We got the funk is coming, man. It's about to be upon us.
The funk is
The
coming.
funk is spreading, man.
I love it, homie.
The funk is spreading. It's up here up north, and I'm sure it's going to reach everywhere.
That's right, man. When I do a show out there, I expect to turn up with you.
That's right.
Hell yeah. That'd be dope.
All
For
right,
sure, man.
brother.
You take care.
Thank you, my man.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
You
Good night.
too. Hey, so let's get back a little bit on like I was saying, you change as far as when you go on stage, right? You get all the energy. Was there any time that you were about to go on stage and you just nervous as hell or something?
Yeah, I've had times where like I just man, and luckily my manager didn't go. I did a show like literally last weekend with Little Rob.
Okay.
And we did a song that we have together, but I also did my own song after we did our song together. But as soon as I get on stage, I forget every lyric, and I'm just like,
oh Jesus!
I forget every lyric. I don't even think I spit one lyric of the song. It was a song called "I Got Love." I fucked every lyric up. I was on stage, but I brought it back though with the song after. It was actually my song, so I was like, I know the words, but nah, man. Like sometimes I'll be out of it, and it's like it's not that I mean it to go down like that, but it's like sometimes everybody has a day,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just,
but I'll never let that happen again.
Well, no, it may. I hear that even big stars, when they're going out there, they to this day get the butterflies and all that. That's what makes us human. It's almost like a boxer. I guarantee you, every single boxer that's going out there to the ring, whether he's a professional, Mayweather, whoever, they gotta have that butterfly in them because that's what makes us human and gets us like, all right, we're getting ready. But
that's what really keeps us alive,
Yeah, that's pretty much what keeps us alive. Even like the podcast, there'll be some times when I'm doing the podcast and my heart is racing and we're starting and I'm trying to catch up. Like right now, when all that stuff was going before, I'd be all stressed out. And I'm like, it is what it is, And then eventually, kind of just groove into it, right?
Yeah. No, for sure, man. It's like when you first go on a date and you're like all nervous and shit, and then you go up and you've been on so many dates that you go on another date and you're not nervous no more. But then another one comes around, and you are nervous. It's like it hits you. The nervousness hits you randomly.
Yes.
Especially like when I'm about to go on stage. Sometimes I'll go on stage and I'll be so comfortable, like just with the stage presence, with the people, with the interaction, with talking to the people. I'll be so comfortable, and the next minute I'll do a show and like I'm just like so awkward. It just happens, man.
How's the energy change from people to people? Do you guys, when you're up there, do you really feel that energy?
Of course. Like I did a show. I did a show with an artist called Doggy Style at the La Santa in Santa Ana, and that shit was fucking lit because everybody was grooving. We had so much fun. And then I did a show at like a car club meetup, and everybody kind of like was just like
Too reserved.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That kind of kills the energy.
Yeah. So then I can tell I was watching like people's posts, like I was a little stiff and shit. Like I didn't look like I didn't even like
because you weren't
I
feeling
didn't
it.
stretch or something. I look weird.
Hey, who does your choreography? What's it called? All right. Yeah. Choreography. There. Who does that for you, man? Because I see you doing your little move. That's
moves?
That's his move.
I only
right
got
there.
2 moves. I only got 2 moves. One is like this, and then the other one is like on the like the little bounce on the floor and shit. I only got 2 moves, man. I did them today like 50 times.
Oh, that shit works though, player.
Yeah,
oh, man.
But I tell you though, like, and that's what saved me when I did that show at the theater, Balboa Theater in San Diego with Little Rob. What saved me was that I started dancing. Like I forgot my words. I forgot my words. So then I just started dancing and shit, and everybody's like, hey, yeah, and I'm just like, thank God, fuck.
I forgot where I saw an interview of somebody said pretty much exactly the same thing you did, and they said, "What do? You gotta just keep going. You can't just sit there and stop.
You kind of have to improvise, yeah.
Yeah, because if you stop the whole show, then they're gonna figure out, hey, wait a minute, this fool forgot his fucking lyrics.
Yes.
Was that with Little Rob when you said you forgot the lyrics?
No, he didn't even know. He was doing his own shit.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. What was Rob doing? Rob was like,
nah, I already knew. You know, personally, I can tell. Like, I didn't hit any of those words that I was supposed to. But you know, it's a personal thing. I'm pretty sure that the people didn't even care about it. But you know, I knew I missed all the words.
And why was it? Just because it was?
I don't know, man. That's another thing I was telling you, bro. Like, I did a show the day before that, and I fucking killed it, rocked it, hit every word. And then this one, I fucking missed every word. I don't know. It just happens.
Do you bump your own music?
Yeah, I do, but I only bump it as soon as I record it. If I like when I leave the studio, like right now, when I'm bumping in my stereo right now is the 2 newest songs I just recorded like 2 nights ago.
Just keep hearing them,
and then once I send them out to be mixed and they come back, I stop fucking with them because it's like. It's a whole, like, the mixing thing is a whole nother side, bro. I'll hear a song like a million times before we put it out. Like the mixing part.
Right.
You know, first recording it is dope. But once we get into mixing and it's like the 20th mix, and I'm like.
That many, huh? They just start changing where the lyric comes out, or what do they do?
Sometimes I'll record a song and then there'll be like, I'll listen to it and be like, this is bumping. And then it'll hit a certain part and I'll be like, I fell off right there. Maybe I can write something that's a different flow that will get people more like, more vibing, more interested. You know, sometimes I like to scratch some things and put flow switches in there. To keep people on their toes and be like, oh shit, this will you know, just change it up because like people, I don't know, like so many people just rap the same through the whole song, which is cool too, but I like to switch it up.
That's right, man. So what do you got going on nowadays? You got any concerts coming up? Any place you're gonna be performing at?
Well, I'm gonna be in Austin, Texas. I think Austin, Texas, August 18th.
Okay.
And then San Antonio, Texas, August 19th. I think those are the dates.
Is it me or does it seem like other states, especially like towards Chicano rappers like Little Rob, let's say Capone, those guys seem to get much more love out of state than they do in California. Am I wrong for saying that?
I mean, I don't know. They still get love. Like,
yeah, but it doesn't seem like they'd be really selling the type of venues that they do out here, they do out there.
I think though, just like you got to put it like this though. You know, you want to see something that's like, I don't know, like not foreign, but you want to see something that's like, you only hear that style really like out. You know, this is the home of that sound. So people want to support that. You know, because they want to support where it came from. You know, so I wouldn't doubt that. You know, I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah. That his fans, he has like super fans across the country. I think he does. You know.
Yeah, I see a lot of their places. That's why when I hear a lot of guys, they go out to. It seems like a lot of the rappers out here in California have to almost make the tours through Houston, San Antonio, get real known there, and after they get popping over there, they kind of come back and get a little bit bigger over here.
Yeah, you know, but they're also like supporting, like where it originated from, over here. They just want to be a part of it.
That's
know?
right.
And
is it Roman?
Yes, sir.
Talk to us, brother. What's going on?
Oh, Pinchy Gil, what's up, man? I just want to say thank you, man. I don't know how you got a hold of this dude, man, but Jesus Christ, man, Dezzy deserves so much more than we. You know what? I think you and Dezzy have more in common than you think you know, man. It's two dudes that need to be on a higher platform.
That's right.
Thank you.
Than what it is. You know what I'm saying? But
thank you.
I have a question for Dezzy, man, because man, I'm such a huge fan, man. I'm 44 years old. And he brings me back, man, to those days when I was like 18 years old, when I'm listening to DJ Quick and the Dog Pound and all these guys, and I'm like, where did this fucking kid get this so much soul in him at his young age, man?
I listened to go ahead.
I'm sorry, man. I'm geek. You know what? I usually don't call. I'm geeking out, to be honest with you, bro.
No, man, it means a lot. I really appreciate you.
That's
I really appreciate you calling, man.
Hey, and brother, I don't mean to cut you out. I'm from East LA, man. My whole family's from East LA. When you say you're popular, I was like, there's no way, man. There's no way that I have this much connection with you like that, like on the music. And it's so crazy, man, because my son's 19 years old, and I just text him right now, and I go,
I go, hey, dude, Desi pops is from the hood, you know, and he responded, he's just like, it's in the blood, man. It's in the blood, you know?
He said he's geeking out. He's talking to Desi Hollow. That's
yeah.
what's up.
Yeah, man. No, much love from East LA to Oceanside, man, for sure, man, for sure. And I really appreciate you calling in, man, and really, like, chatting it up with me. Thank you.
That's love, man. Thank you for the phone call, brother.
Nah, brother. Yeah, man. Thank you guys.
Of course. Take care.
That's love, homeboy. Man. Washington, what's up? Let's see. Esco.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good, my man. Talk to us.
First
We got
time
Dezzy on
caller,
the line.
long time listener. I just wanted to propose a question real quick.
Yes.
I don't want to change the whole mood and anything, but I just wanted to ask Dezzy. Well, first of all, I just want to say EBT Boy is one of my favorite music videos. The visuals of it is beautiful.
Thank you.
But I just wanted to ask, do you think that being a rap artist is one of the most dangerous jobs in the U.S. right now, with people
Great question.
being murdered at alarming rates?
Great question.
I think that, you know, I think that happens in neighborhoods, you know, like, I think it's just dangerous in general, you know, like, it's just hard, you know, and I think it just depends on how you maneuver and how you carry yourself, and you know, at the end of the day, you can't really control the actions of other people, so, you know, it's just being cautious, man. But it is a dangerous game.
Simone,
for sure.
so then what do you do to keep yourself out of those situations?
You know what, man? I'm very precious with my time, and I only do things if it's like business, you know. So I'm not out there hanging out, you know. I'm not doing, but like I said, man, people's intentions, that, you know, not everyone's gonna, you know, some people are gonna think differently of you, bro. And it's just all about being cautious and you know, taking care of yourself.
Palabra, I feel that. Hey, I love you guys, man. Keep doing what you guys do. Appreciate you, American Children, what you're doing, man.
Thank you,
Keep
man.
doing your thing. I just want to shout out my channel real quick.
Shoot
The
it.
Grass Yard on TikTok.
Grass Yard on TikTok. There
Love
you go.
y'all, man. Be easy.
He be dancing over there with the G-string. Now I'm messing with you, man.
Nah, I be doing custom work, man. I be doing custom
Oh, you
art,
do custom work?
stickers. If you need custom art, holler at me.
All right, that's
That's
right.
our own business.
You got it, brother. I appreciate you. Great question, by the way.
Gracias. Keep it.
That was a great question, huh? And you know what? Rappers are dying at an alarming rate, but it's not so much your genre, because your genre isn't that kind of gangster rap. I mean, it's gangster music, but it's not gangster rap. It's not, I'm gonna get the strap and put it in your face and shoot you and whoop whoop whoop. And I think a lot of guys want the fame that comes with that gangster rap, but they're not ready for all the repercussions of it, of getting shot and killed, man.
Yeah, you know, but also it's like, they, you know, like some artists are just speaking, you know, like it's their outlet, you know, like that's how they are, you know, they're just pretty much telling you how they are, you know, like.
Yeah, I get that, but I think this is the problem. Let me take this thing off. We'll stop with the phone calls right here before we end this bad boy. I don't want to give me a second. There we go. So I think the thing with the gangster rap is this, especially the guys who actually blow up, right? It's unfortunate where you got guys who they're rapping, they're telling their story, but they're doing it why? Because they want to get that bag. They want to take care of their family. They want to, you know, make money so they don't have to live that hood life. And it seems like a lot of these guys who are finally made, let's say guys who are making millions now, right? And they're still trying to portray that life, and some are still living that life. I mean, isn't that the reason that a lot of these guys are doing that, so they can get out of that life? But it seems like we can't let that ego go to say, oh, fool, you ain't gangster no more. You don't live in the hood no more. You ain't out here fucking busting on people. And they want to keep on doing it. And then you get people like 6ix9ine who want to sit there and portray like they are. And as soon as they get caught up, they're snitching. So that's when I say it's very hard for those kind of gangster rappers to live both sides. Don't you think it's got to be where either you're going to just rap about it or you're going to be about it? But when you do both, you're going to get caught up.
Yeah, I think, you know, some people just get caught up in their own, you know, image that they're trying to paint.
Yeah, right.
And I tell you, some people, some people, they'll come into the game a certain way, whether it be like real gangster, real hood, whatever, and they have to, like, they get buzzing off that, and they have to maintain that style, you know, because it's working for them, it's paying their bills. So some people have no choice, you know. Some people were about that life, and maybe they're not doing it no more, but that's what's paying their bills. So it's like they have to do it.
Right. Well, believe it or not, I think, and people try to hate me for this, Pac was kind of the same way. Pac was not a gangster. Pac was not a banger. And then he came out here to LA, and within 2 or 3 years that he was out here, he ended up living that whole persona and getting caught up with it.
Right. Yeah, and that's something else I wouldn't even be able to speak on. But yeah.
Don't talk about Pac, homie. I can talk about Pac. What are they gonna do? They can't cancel me, man.
They can't cancel me.
So you know what? We're gonna start wrapping this bad boy up. It's been a great interview, man. I really do dig your music. I'm hoping that a lot of my subscribers, now that they didn't know about you, hopefully go over there and show you that love, man. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and let people know where they could find you on Instagram, any social media, where you're gonna be at as far as concerts, any shout outs you want to do, man. Just look into that camera.
Yeah, I'm Dezzy Hollow, Dezzy Hollw. Dezzy Hollow, man. He was telling me he was having trouble, before the interview pronouncing it, but it's Dezzy Hollow on all social platforms. And I'm just working on new music, man, always. And I'm getting ready to release new videos. And I'm also working on that music video for the song I did with Sugar Free, and also the song that I did with Baby Bash and Little Rob. That's right. And that is literally what's gonna be released pretty soon, And then I also have the shows in August in Texas. And besides that, I'm just working, and hopefully I can have some dates on my Instagram for you guys.
For sure. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna have you make a deal with us over here, Desi. When you blow up, don't ghost me, homie. Don't ghost me, Desi. When you blow up and I'm like, no, we're not answering that phone. Oh, I need 5 racks, Gil. I'll be like, come on, homie. Like, really, carnal? So with that being said, guys, you guys go check him out. Monday, we have a live with Alonzo from Street TV. He's been at the courthouse every day at the Nipsey Hussle murder trial. So we're going to hear some stuff from Alonzo. Other than that, you guys have a great weekend. This is the American Cholo Podcast. That's Fade to Black, baby. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.